Hey everyone, producer Randy here. Quick note on this episode. Nariko and I were having some internet issues causing the show to crash twice. During the Ride the Lightning round, Dan got cut off and did not get to explain his answer, but know that it involves durian fruit. This one ends kinda weird, but fuck technology, right?
Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. For there can be only one. What's more metal? With your hosts, Dan Weber and Nariko.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of What's More Metal, the only podcast where two sledgehammer dueling comedians decide what the most metal shit in the universe is. Joining me, as always, is the switch to my blade. Give it up for Nariko Odd, everybody.
Yay, everybody. Hell yeah.
And over somewhere else, or actually not even on the screen for you because he is shy.
I'm here. I'm
you're
middle.
on the screen now?
I'm in the middle.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong place. Give it up for the man himself, Lord Raw Dog, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
The cheese and bacon in our double down.
Yeah.
Oof. That's a what is that? The
Accurate is what it's really
the
the word
Juicy
you're looking
Lucy. That's what this looks like. So this week, we're going to talk about Most Metal, Last Woman Standing, which is a woman who survives to the end of a horror movie, and Most Metal Serial Mascot. But before we get to that, before I forget, if you want, you have any comments or suggestions or a vote for one of our choices, do it in the comments on Twitch now. At the end, we'll do the Ride the Lightning round, and we'll take one of the suggestions that you put in the comments and do it off the top of our heads. What else should I tell you? I should mention, by metal, we mean most badass, kick-ass, sexy, hot, or what's killed the most racists. That's another thing for what the most metal part of it. But before we do that, I think we have a good news story to talk about.
We do.
Possecore news.
So this actually happened earlier today. State of Minneapolis is settling with George Floyd's family and giving them $27 million as part of their settlement.
Yeah.
So
Good.
sliver of justice has been served.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, that's a fraction of what they should actually pay. But still, it's better than absolutely nothing. Also, Nariko, you were saying something about the...
Yeah. That the officer, Derek Chauvin. Yeah, they just recently the prosecutor tacked on murder in the third degree, to the possible charges, and that actually carries like a larger sentence and is easier to prove than the other 1 and 2. So that's like an extra bonus thing too, where hopefully they'll be able to put the dude away.
Do you know what from my understanding, murder in the first degree, premeditated, planned.
It depends on the state, where it's written and stuff. So they're broken down in different ways.
The murder in the second degree is just like a crime of passion or something. Like you just murdered somebody, but you didn't plan on it. So murder in the third degree is accident. Like you
basically accidental. Yeah, probably.
It must be. Yeah. I thought that was manslaughter, which honestly sounds tougher than murder.
I don't think you kill somebody with manslaughter.
I'm 100% sure somebody dies in manslaughter.
Yeah, manslaughter is like an accidental death.
I thought manslaughter was the intention to kill, but failure to actually follow through.
No. Manslaughter is just an accident. Yeah, manslaughter is just just accidentally killing a guy. Like if you just run a dude over who's sleeping on your lawn with like a lawnmower, but you didn't mean to do it, you still killed the guy.
Yeah.
So you get 5 to 10. Yep. Faces an additional charge of murder in the death count of 3rd-degree murder Thursday. This is from CNN. Yep. 3rd-degree manslaughter, felony murder. I think that 3rd-degree it's basically like it's a step above manslaughter, and it's like so it wasn't murder in the first, like they had like 2nd degree or something in there. But anyway, so it's a step above manslaughter, if I have this right, where it's basically the you have reckless disregard for human life and it leads to somebody's death.
Okay,
versus manslaughter is just accidental.
Oh,
So, yeah.
right. So you knew you could have stopped, but you didn't give a shit enough to stop, so it ended up killing somebody.
Yes.
Which actually pretty accurate for
Yeah.
what transpired.
Yeah, like if you had like a chainsaw on a rope and you're just swinging it over your head around at a playground, and people are like, and then you killed like a kid, and people are telling you to stop, and you're like, what? It's fucking fun.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah. Fuck you, lib. You know, and then you cut a
I'm
kid's...
testing out my new game, Tether Saw. Just wrap it around a pole. Just kid gets chopped, kicks it the other way.
Here we go, the nanny state telling me what I can and can't do.
What's next? You're gonna cancel machete tag? I don't get it.
Right. So yeah. Anyway, so that's good. That's a good thing.
Yes.
That I mean, fucking God knows if any of us just like even ran a stop sign, there'd be more charges than this.
Right.
Yeah.
On the fucking like reckless endangerment, attempted vehicular
Manslaughter.
fucking
I still to this
sex
day
with an
believe-
intersection.
Yeah. When I was a kid and I heard the terms manslaughter and murder, I just assumed that manslaughter was a more serious crime
Right.
because it's a tougher sounding crime.
Yeah.
Like I just and
The word
somebody's like, no,
slaughter's in
murder
there.
one's the most. I'm like, murder is
Yeah.
manslaughter, like slaughter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's just like, he's guilty of 2nd-degree knife fucking, or whatever. You're like, oh, shit. What is that? Oh, it's when you cut yourself with a knife. Or whatever. You're like, what?
that doesn't make sense. Manslaughter, I always thought it would be, I always thought dismemberment was involved
Yeah.
in a manslaughter charge. I thought it was like, yeah, he beheaded a guy.
Yeah.
Manslaughter as opposed to murder, just shot him. But
Yeah. This guy wore his rib cage as a vest. To buffets. Like, it was like not okay. Yeah, like, yeah. I always thought that too as a kid. I'm like, damn, manslaughter. What's that? Oh, he ran a stop sign.
he accidentally killed a guy. What?
Yeah.
So, Nariko, you said we got another sponsor?
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, we did. Yeah, so this week, and again, it's a new one every week, but, hey, welcome to the team.
Yeah, we've got a lot of them at this point.
Yeah, but this
We
is a
haven't-
local
we
this is
have
a
a hard
local
time
Portland
retaining
business.
them.
It's
Yeah,
true. That's
it's
true.
one a week, and they never pay us.
I read the thing they tell me to read exactly, so I don't understand why this happens. But anyway,
either.
so this is a local company, so always good to give a shout out to a local business, unless you're Jam. Fuck you. It's the worst
Hipster
brunch
waiters
spot
can die. That's what
in the
that's
fucking city. Hello, are you a pet owner living in the Portland metro area? Do you have a furry friend that could use a checkup and a reality check? Well, then take your little hairy poop machine down to Dr. John Marigold's Body Shaming Veterinarians. You have an elderly cat? I'll give her bony ass treatment for worms and let her know she looks like something a healthy cat pukes up on your doorstep. Got a smelly faced pug? Bring their stupid curly tail down to see me and I'll express their anal glands while also expressing my contempt for their cheese wrinkles on their smashed idiot head. Got a sick goldfish? Flush it. If you don't fuck with oxygen, then Dr. Marigold doesn't fuck with you. So bring your fuzzy little baby surrogates down to see me, Dr. Sam Marigold, the only vet that hates your pet. Or give you a call at 1-800-FUCK-DOG.
Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome, sir.
It's good to have
could not be happier.
Good to have a pet shaming veterinarian on the in town. That's fucking great. Yeah, and he doesn't even have. I just noticed he doesn't actually have a clinic. He's just a doctor. I guess he just works
out of his house.
Out of his house or something.
The address just leads to a fucking dead end alley that he's in right there. Give me
1-800-FUCK-DOG too. I feel like
Mixed messaging.
Mixed
messaging.
I feel like first off, I'm surprised it wasn't taken for something else. But there it is.
I like it. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the program.
Dr. Sam Marigold.
Sam Marigold. All right. Well, what do we want to do? Which topic do we want to do first?
Well, let's start with Final Girl. We'll go into serial mascots.
All right. So not last woman standing.
Right. Well, Final Girl is like what it's sometimes called. I also feel like that's like minimizing and not great.
It's really kind of shitty thing to say overall.
Right.
Because a lot of times they end up killing the person, like whatever the villain is. That's how they make it to the end, or at least a temporary rest weekend for them.
Yeah.
Before they come back in the sequel.
King Queen, I think, would be the best. The King Queen that makes it to the end.
Yeah, for sure. Something like that. How can we need to come up with a better term for it.
But that's the common.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So in order to decide who goes first, we're going to do the most metal thing possible, which is have Randy roll a 20-sided die. The What's More Metal band 20-sided die. The one says What's More Metal, and the 20 says Natch Twombo, because the world hates joy. So anyway, could you roll for me first and then Nariko?
Sure can. Dan, you got a 12.
Okay.
And Nariko, you got a 10.
Oh shit.
So my choice. Randy has an image.
Oh, I sure do.
My choice is Mr. Wonderful from the serial Mr. Wonderful Surprise.
I thought we were starting with...
We're doing Final Girl, right?
Final Girl? Oh, shit. Yes. I thought we were doing serial mascot.
Yeah. I want to start with movie one.
Fucked up? Okay.
That's okay. Well, I didn't pick your serial mascot either.
We can talk about that later.
Mr. Wonderful is a very strange...
Very strange name for a lady. My choice for Last Woman Standing is Dana from Cabin in the Woods. If you haven't seen it. She lives to the end. She's supposed to be the sacrifice. Like they sacrifice 4 kids to keep these giant demons that live underground placated. But she makes it to the end. They have an entire warehouse filled with a bunch of movie monsters.
All the horror movie monsters.
All the horror movies. She lets them all out and they proceed to murder the shit out of an entire battalion of troops, which is a fucking fantastic scene.
So good.
And then at the end, they ask her to sacrifice herself to save the world. And she's just like, go fuck yourself, and lets the world get destroyed. So that is by far the most metal Last Woman Standing. Like she just is like, nope, let the world fucking burn. I don't give a shit.
It's a fucking great movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
That scene where they're going down like the elevator or whatever, and there's just the glass tanks full of monsters is so sick. Because you're just like picking out all your favorites. It's like the Senate scene from Star Wars where you're like, oh, there's the Jar Jars and there's some Wookiees, some sand people.
They have their Clive Barker monsters and there's like the the Jason and the Freddy, but they're not exactly those creatures because they could get licensing.
They're
for all of
knockoffs,
them.
yeah. They're all
But
knockoffs.
still, they like look fucking pretty tough.
I do like that they have the bag cereal versions of like the horror.
Oh yeah, like Pinhead is a dude with just saw blades stuck into his face. You know?
Yeah. Admiral Crisp.
Yeah, for sure. The Admiral Crisp of horror movie monsters.
That's fucking great.
If you haven't seen Cabin in the Woods, highly recommend
Fucking see it. So
I
good.
fucking love that movie.
Oh my god! Look, it's Count Bloodula, and Tyler Voorhees.
Fred K.
Yeah, Fred K. The dream guy.
The Daydream Killer.
The Daydream Killer. It's all the kids
Daydream
wistfully
on
looking.
Elm Street.
It's like people wistfully looking out windows during the day, getting slaughtered. Don't daydream.
The guy's bored in high school and like half the class dies.
What? I'm gonna have to sleep. No, sleeping's fine. Just don't daydream wistfully. If something reminds you of something else, you keep that in here. Get it? That's fucking funny. Yeah, that's a great choice, man. I haven't seen that. I've seen that movie I saw that movie when it came out, but I don't know if I've seen it since, and that's a real shame, a real failure on my part.
It's a real good movie.
It's one of those things where I don't go back and watch movies often enough, I guess. I'll just go, that was great, and then I'll just... Whereas then there's some movies like Fury Road, but I'll see like 3 times in the theater. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, that's a great choice, Dan. My choice for most metal, Last Woman Standing. I'm going to go with Sarah Connor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Sarah Connor. And then, in case anybody's, the first Terminator is basically a slasher movie. It's a horror movie. There's an unstoppable. It's a Jason Voorhees robot that's coming through and killing people. But also, the way I was looking at this was any character, that character, right? Like not just specific to one specific film. If it doesn't have to, like to me, it's like, oh, this character's been in. So Sarah Connor's been in 1, 2, Resurrection, Dark Fate. I think they were in.
Yep.
Was it Resurrection? Anyway, there's a million of these. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I don't even know. But Sarah Connor specifically in T2 is one of the baddest.
Yeah.
Baddest son, like the baddest motherfucker ever. Like where they're breaking out of like that institution, and they just do nothing but pull ups and like punch bricks and shit. She rolls up her mattress and kicks it like a fucking like just like like Thai boxing and shit on it. But then that escape scene is so fucking awesome and like
for sure
intense and badass. T2, and I've said this before on the podcast, probably it's in my top 3 favorite action movies of all time.
Yep. As it should be.
It's very good.
The action's fucking awesome. The fucking soundtrack is awesome. It's fucking great. It leaves it all out there. It's got a thumbs up going into lava at the end. I mean, it's got it all.
Yeah.
But I like it because that's the character, like her arc is really great too. Like in the first movie, she's just a gal who's like a fucking waitress, and all of a sudden like, robots from the future are coming to like kill her. Like that scene where the Terminator comes through and just slaughters a whole police station while she's in it is like fucking gnarly. But then in the second movie, it's just that, I'm living my life focused to fucking be a fucking machine of war and stuff. It's just awesome. Like
she knows the apocalypse is coming.
So sick. They have to talk her down like a bunch of times in the movie. Mom, you can't just kill a bunch of people. Come on.
But why?
Yeah, she's all fucked up. Like, but yeah, that's just ultimate badass. And so I'm gonna say Sarah Connor from the Terminator franchise, Linda Hamilton.
So the choices are my choice. Dana from Cabin in the Woods, played by Kristen Connolly, and Nariko, Sarah Connor from the Terminator series, played by Linda Hamilton. So if you want to vote in the comments below. We'll post them up on Instagram, and you can vote next week, Wednesday or Thursday, something like that. And then we'll figure out who won next week.
Yeah.
I have a backup. I have one backup. It is Kristen Parker from Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. Because she also kills Freddy at the end, but she learns how to do it like by taking control of her dreams and then teaching everyone else how to do dreams too, and they become a bunch of fucking fighters in the dream world.
Yeah.
And that movie is tight as shit. If you haven't seen it, it is so fucking good.
Dream Warriors is fucking legit. It's the best one.
Yeah. It is the best one. It has a soundtrack by Dawkins.
Yeah.
Which also, I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know, like, comparatively speaking.
Fuck yeah. Dream Warrior.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna dream no more.
Yeah,
so
it's a pretty good song, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie fucking rules, and it's got like some of the best, like Freddy has some of the best one-liners after he kills somebody. Like this woman who wants to be in the TV shows, like the TV comes to life, grabs her by both hands, like, welcome to the primetime, bitch, and smashes her head through the TV. It's just like, this is magnificent. It doesn't get any better than this.
I really got to see that movie.
It's good.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I'm working on it.
3 and 4. They're so good.
Yeah. The first one was great. First one's awesome.
Good.
The second one is, what a garbage fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to the rest, for sure.
Second Nightmare on Elm Street, almost as bad as the third Halloween, Season of the Witch.
Damn.
Yeah. Halloween 3.
It's not quite as bad, because that movie, that just took a turn. I don't even know why they call that Halloween. It's so fucking
I looked
weird.
this up. I actually looked this up. John Carpenter called it Halloween because he was going to start making a Halloween franchise, but every movie was going to be a different scenario based around something Halloweenish. So that was his first entry into that, and he got such negative feedback. He was like, all right, I guess we're going back to the one dude.
Yeah.
I mean, a good idea, but they'd already made a sequel.
Right.
So people were like, you're expecting it, and it's not like comedy of the rule of threes where you can just take a hard left turn after the second movie and just surprise everybody. It doesn't work that way it only works that way in jokes, not in...
Michael Myers enters a dance competition.
Yeah, right. He joins forces with Danny Terrio to take over Broadway.
Right. They gotta save the community center.
That's right.
With a breakdance competition.
Gilmore. Yeah. So do you have a backup?
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. And that's a great choice. I fucking love that movie. My backup is Ellen Ripley from the Aliens movies. Again, you can see my thought process here. I went with hardcore badasses.
Yes.
Stone cold killers. Ellen Ripley, so awesome. Let's forget the third movie. Let's just get rid of that. And also Resurrection. Get rid of that one too. But no, Resurrection's okay. But like Ripley is just so fucking awesome. Like the whole series. In the first one where she's not even like she's just like on this ship. She's just like, you know,
mechanic, I think.
Yeah. She's like not even like in a real leadership role, and then it's just like fucking owns it, and like the only person survives. The second one straight up is the only one to survive, like has to teach Marines how to do it. Like you Marines are fucking idiots. Like has to, you know.
I think she and the commander of the Marine forces lived, right? They both
think
made
so.
it. I think
No,
it's
just her and the little
It's
girl.
her and the little girl.
I thought well, the one guy almost lives to the end, and then the queen fucking kills him. Right?
Yeah.
Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah, I think the dude dies too. It's just her and the little girl, and the little girl doesn't live, actually. So Alien got in there. But yeah, it's yeah. So that movie's fucking great. The Aliens, the sequel, is probably also one of my favorite action movies of all time.
It is top 5.
It's so well written. Like the action in it is paced. It's got different kinds of tension that kind of like go back and forth. So it'll go between like high stakes, like running and gunning, to like having to tiptoe past an alien while it fucking like, you know what I mean? Just it's fucking awesome. But yeah, so Ellen Ripley, super badass. That's my backup. The only reason I didn't choose them instead of Sarah Connor is I just felt like Sarah Connor was better and more badass in more movies in a row. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, they were just more hardcore than Rip, because there was a couple of those movies that were so bad that I was like in the third one where she like plays basketball in the ship for a little while. It was just, it's really bad.
I don't. Which one is the third one?
That's the Prison Planet one.
Oh, okay. Because that one's actually not that bad. The one where like
no, not the Prison Planet one. What's the one? No, I'm thinking of Resurrection is the really bad one.
Oh, okay. No, Alien 3 is terrible. Alien
3 is not super great, but it's okay.
But it has Ron Perlman in it, right? Isn't that the one that has?
I think so. Yeah.
Wait, I don't know. But yes, the 3 is the one in the Prison Planet, and that one's actually okay. The one after that, Resurrection's the one where it's like, it's just really, it's like, I think it's the same dudes who did. There's a couple of French guys that did it. And it's like, it's supposed to be kind of funny or something.
Confirmation in the comments. Alien Resurrection by Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
That's the one.
And that has Ron Perlman.
Is that the one with Ron Perlman?
Yeah, that's the one with Ron Perlman.
Damn.
That one's not good.
I remember thinking that had promise, but I think I've seen the whole thing.
Oh yeah, all they had to do was make another alien movie, and everybody's always got to like try to fuck it up.
I got to put my own spin on it. Don't.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah. Oh, for any of our listeners, Neil Gaiman, was that what it was? I think it was Neil Gaiman. No. Who's the dude who did? Well, forget it.
Okay.
I already can't remember the author's name, but so forget I said anything. There's a science fiction author whose name I'm fucking flaking on right now, but he did his own script for Alien 3 that didn't get picked up, and it's available on YouTube and you could like read it, and it's fucking way awesome. So.
Okay. Someone in the comments is saying that it was done by William Gibson.
That's right, William Gibson. I want to say Neil Gaiman, but that wasn't it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. That would have been good.
And apparently Dark Horse did a comic version of it.
They did, and it's fucking awesome.
Cool. All right.
Yes. But yeah, so there you go.
So those are our choices. Do you have any other backups?
That'll do it.
All right. So just to recap, I picked Dana from Cabin in the Woods. Nariko picked Sarah Connor from the Terminator series. And I think that brings us to the next topic. We're back, everybody. So this topic is most metal cereal mascot. And because I went first last time, Nariko gets to go first this time. Mm-hmm. So what is your choice for most metal cereal mascot?
I'm choosing Mr. Wonderful from... No, I'm playing.
You could.
No,
fucked up really bad on that one.
No. I'm going to go with the most badass cereal mascot of all time, Mr. T.
That's true. He was the cereal mascot. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, Mr. T had his own cereal in the 80s, and it was a bunch of corn teas that you ate.
Yes, it was.
It actually was a pretty good cereal. It was fine. I liked it. It kind of tastes like I want to say it tastes like Kix almost.
Yeah.
But whereas Kix is just actual sugar coated corn, this is like a corn reconstituted thing, kind of like Captain Crunch.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Mr. T cereal. It's a badass dude with a mohawk and a bunch of gold chains and a denim vest. No undershirt. It's just pity and a shitty breakfast. Pity's the fool that eats a shitty breakfast.
Did I tell you that I met his daughter?
Oh, really?
She does comedy in Chicago.
Oh, awesome.
And she has a couple stories about bringing home boyfriends to meet her dad, Mr. T, and how fucking weird that gets. Because he's Mr.
really
T.
funny.
Like, you can't.
Yeah, I just imagine every one of her boyfriends being like, can you take off for a minute? Me and your dad are going to hang out. I've got a million questions.
I mean, she was talking about how her dad was like one of her sisters was dating one of the Chicago Bears for a while.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, obviously a giant, tough dude. And he comes over and immediately is just like, cowed by Mr. T. Like, what are you doing? And I'm sorry, sir. Like, it just immediately it's like, no, I'm not fucking with you, Mr. T.
That's fucking rock.
She was actually really funny.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that I haven't seen her elsewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
B.A. Baracus tells you to do something, you fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was your choice was Mr. T, which is
Mr. T.
A fantastic choice. Mm-hmm. My choice, because when I saw it and read it, it made me laugh, and it immediately became my number one, and I gave it away. Mr. Wonderful's Surprise. It is the only cereal with a creamy filling. There is one that is chocolate and another that's vanilla. And believe it or not, they are balls. So they're balls filled with vanilla. So, and Mr. Wonderful, in case you're wondering, he's probably put up the picture, is a creepy dude with a periscope on his head. So it's just like, hey kids, check out Mr. Wonderful's Surprise. And the only thing that I'm just surprised it's not him showing his dick. Like, that's absolutely insane. That fucking cereal sounds... I've never once in my life thought, you know what this cereal needs? Creamy filling. That is never a thing. No one has ever said that. But Mr. Wonderful fulfilled that unwanted dream.
Dude, this mascot looks fucking insane.
Yeah, he's creepy as fuck. Like,
it's just, yeah. It looks like his hair is like shaved up on the sides, and it's just like that, yes. Like that 90s, like Maynard from Tools haircut in like 93.
Yep.
But he's also got like a metal spike sticking out of his head, like, ah! And I also like it's a periscope. Like, I can see you no matter where you hide.
I'm outside right now. You eating cereal? Or do you want my
milk on my balls? Put your milk on my balls.
Exactly.
Make the cream come out.
Exactly.
Make the
This one tastes like vanilla.
Oh my god.
Good God, man.
That is fucking gross.
Yes, it is really gross. And when I read it, I immediately started laughing. I honestly think this cereal came up in a different... I kind of vaguely remember talking about Mr. Wonderful Surprise as a type of cereal. Like we did one that was like most metal cereal, and I think this was somebody's backup. But the mascot is insane.
This was the thing too, where I was like, I know we've talked about cereals before, so I think we did most metal cereal.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is but yeah, mascot. This has been really fun.
Do you have you said you had a bunch of other you have a backup?
I have a ton of backups. Right. But my other backup, I'm gonna have to go with shit. I'm at Frankenberry because he's
right. Yeah.
Because he's fucking is a strawberry zombie. It's like the fucking. He's made of the strawberry dead. He's just a monster made of the strawberry dead.
Yes.
That means there's a Dr. Frankenberry that just like digs up fruit corpses and fucking stitches them together. It's still a horrible abomination. That's like,
yeah.
It's Frankenberry is an act against God that it even exists. It's a horrible. It's science going too far.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Frankenberry. I don't know if you've ever had it, Frankenberry, but it's fucking gross. It is a really disgusting. All three of those, like Count Chocula, Frankenberry, and then there's one with a werewolf that's like
Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute. Yeah, all three of those
werewolf
suck real hard. Like they're really bad.
Yeah, it's a werewolf. Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute. Yeah.
Did you say he was a gay werewolf?
A gay werewolf. I know it's like that's not okay to say now, but it was back then, and that's how they named it.
I'm giving you carte blanche. You're fine. That's really funny.
It's so stupid. I had to say it, but yeah. Yeah, Fruit Brute. Booberry was another one.
Booberry. Yep. Also disgusting.
Yeah.
Someone just mentioned Booberry.
Booberry has a Peter Lorre's voice, which is also upsetting. Hey, I'm here to bring you breakfast. And you're like, yeah.
Get the fuck away from me, dude.
Get that ghost with his pork pie hat and bow tie away from my kids.
Yeah, right?
Not okay. But yeah. Did you have a backup?
I had a backup before I know you've got a bunch more, but
I got one more basically.
This one I want to talk about. Apparently, Funko, the company that makes those little big-headed dolls that people collect or whatever.
Funko Pops, yeah.
Funko Pops. They decided to branch out into cereal. And so they made Pennywise the Clown cereal. It's a bunch of red O's. They're blood red. And then they turn the milk therein also blood red. So you're eating, it's like a bowl of blood with clots, like ring-shaped clots. And it's Pennywise, dude. It's the fucking thing from It. Like that's the mascot, is the murderous clown. Probably one of the most horrifying monsters in all of movies, in all of literature. Pennywise, that book, it is one of the only books that kept me awake. Like I read it. Yeah. Because it's a clown. Fucking clowns are already terrifying. And then this one is like an ancient evil on top of it. It's fucking weird.
Right, right.
Yeah, I just picture in the commercial for Pennywise, the cereal. It's a little girl splashing around her like she's eating like really aggressively this bowl of like blood red shit, and then her dad kicks open the door of the bathroom and there's just blood all over the bathroom. And she's like, I worry about you. You worry a lot. Eat your breakfast.
All the O's float down here. He's just in a fucking sewer.
And it's just kids in the sewer eating.
I love it.
It's always breakfast down here, a Billy boy. That's fucking great.
For sure.
Couple quick things. Trix the Rabbit was a backup of mine because he's literally in hell.
Yeah.
You're just peeking in, because Trix the Rabbit, all he wants, he's just he's a junkie chasing a thing that he can never have.
Yeah.
And so it's just he's trapped in like a Groundhog's Day hell with demon children keeping it. It's like super evil. Also, Sonny the Raisin Bran mascot, because he's a burning planet holding 2 scoops of plants he's killed. Like he's just like, here, I've drawn all the life force out of these. Eat up. Just a fucking evil planet.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's pretty badass. That was it basically.
They're the only two?
Yeah. Oh, Cookie Crook too, from Cookie Crisp cereal.
Yes.
He's a criminal. So a criminal is stealing chocolate chips and selling them for meth.
Yeah, something. He mistook. He thought somebody said that people would buy cookies instead of copper.
Yeah,
like, I gotta get a bunch of cookies.
It's just him pounding holes in the wall. Gotta get all the Gotta get the chocolate chips out of here. But yeah.
So I think that's it. That's gonna bring us to the polls, everybody.
polls.
All right. So last week, what were our topics again last week? If you can remind us all.
Yeah, so we had most Mortal Kombat fatality,
Right. Yeah.
and then Jesus Christ.
Most mortal metal combat.
Randy has swine flu.
Yeah.
He went old school.
Yeah. He
got
decided to
swine
skip
flu.
COVID entirely and just go
Yeah.
OG plague.
Yep.
Yeah. He's like, I always wear a mask unless I'm kissing birds.
Fuck COVID. I like SARS. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Straight to it.
Yeah.
The other one was most metal depiction of Satan. So I don't have a percentage because they went up a little recently. But for most Mortal Kombat fatality, with 14 votes versus 13 votes, it went to Kano's Waltz.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I love that choice. I just smoke kills the planet. Like that's hard to beat.
Saying.
It's a fatality for everyone on Earth,
Including yourself, which I find very funny.
Right.
And in the dumbest way. Like a bunch of like little bombs fall out of your chest. Very cartoonish, but I love it. Yeah.
And then for most metal depiction of Satan, it was Tim Curry's Legend versus Godson Obama. And it was 22 votes to 4 was Tim Curry's Legend.
Oh, okay. Well, they were wrong twice this week. Yeah.
So,
No, that Tim Curry and Legend that was the one to beat. You know?
yeah.
I almost felt like we should have taken that one off the table after I picked it, but we didn't. So I had to go with it.
Right. Well, I wanted to put it on leave it in as a challenge too. In my mind, I was just like, all right, well, that's the one that immediately comes to mind. Maybe there's got to be something else, and there wasn't.
And there's not. There's simply not a better fucking depiction of the devil.
So good.
So I think that brings us to the Ride the Lightning round.
Ride the lightning round.
All right. So in this round, we will pick top suggestions that you've sent in via chat or that you've sent in earlier shows, and Nariko and I will pick the most metal thing out of any one of those particular topics. We got any good ones today?
We did.
This evening?
Let's see here. So, give me a sec. We're going to go with most metal activity to do when you're sad.
Most metal activity to do when you're sad.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, which one of you psychopaths does activities when they're sad? like, I don't know what kind of sad you get, but I get the kind of sad where I just lay in bed, like stare at the ceiling.
Well, don't take all my choices, Dan. Come on.
I don't like. Wow, like is that a? All right, I'll do ones where I'm slightly sad. I'll think about that.
Okay. I got one.
All right, so I'll roll for you first, Dan.
Yep.
You got a 9. Nariko, you got a 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keeping up the winning
most
streak.
metal activity that I do when I'm sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with violent video games. I play when I'm bummed, like a lot of like first-person shooter games where you just get to murder a whole fuck ton of things. It doesn't necessarily bring me out of feeling sad or whatever, but it does take my mind off of it for a while. Video games in general, really, I'll do that a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with video games in particular. First person shooters that have no one else involved. Like, I can't do one of those co-op games like Left 4 Dead when I'm sad because I just am like, I can't fucking hear anyone else talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm like, look, I didn't get into video games to make friends, all right? I did it to continue being a loner and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great choice. Violent video games is a great choice. My choice for most metal activity to do when you're sad, I'm going to say fuck a stranger.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, have sex with a stranger. Great. Does it cure it? For a little while. A little bit. And then it's worse immediately after. But
Yeah. And it's
I don't know, like there's been a few times, you're just sad, you don't know what to do, and then you're just like, then you just you and another sad person get together and you bang it out. And then and you both feel a little bit better for a little bit. I think it's it's a fun coping mechanism. Yeah. if it's available to you, I highly suggest it. Yeah.
Yeah. I have definitely engaged in its even worse sibling, fucking X. I've done that a couple of times. Big.
Yes.
That never ends well. That's never
the evil
a good
twin.
idea.
Yeah, the evil twin of that idea. Yeah.
It's really bad. But
I think everybody's done that.
yeah, everybody's done that.
Hey. Hey, you can't break my heart because I'm dying inside. So bring it.
Yeah, for sure.
Bring it, you she-devil.
Give it
Or
your
whoever.
best.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would actually be my backup, would be fucking X.
Fucking X. Yeah.
Or, like, binge drinking would be another thing that I've done when I'm sad, although I quit doing that a long time ago. I learned my lesson after I did about $1,000 worth of damage to the house I was living in, because we had it was a co-op. It was in Eugene, and we had a bunch of lawn furniture on the roof of the house that we would chill on during the summer.
Yeah.
And I got super fucking wasted, and I was already really bummed. And I just went up on the roof and smashed to pieces every single part of all of that furniture. And also, I was smashing it so hard that I knocked a kid's light out of his ceiling of his room, and it shattered on the floor.
Nice.
I had to do a lot of apologizing after that. Like, I had to go room to room and be like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I need to tone it down a little bit." That was actually the last time that I got super drunk, when I was also very sad. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I didn't learn it about acid till much later, but definitely drinking was a thing that I didn't do anymore.
Yeah. Well, you basically chose like three things with that. You were like fucking X, drink too much, and break stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I guess those are
you kind of took like three different activities.
All of those things happen at once. So
right.
Isn't it just one activity?
It's kind of hard for me to have a backup when you have you have like a turducken of sadness. I could have fucking no. Those are all great. I don't know. I was gonna say walk into the ocean and decide. You're just like, maybe, just weigh it out. Kind of decide. But yeah, I don't know. That's my backup.
Did anybody vote on that topic?
Oh yeah, that's a good job. No, they all died. a lot of silence.
A lot of silence. Oof.
I think we chose mostly healthy activity. I mean, I could have said cutting, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I got one for fuck a stranger.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Right. Yeah.
One vote for fuck a stranger.
See, that's what we're talking about.
That's, I guess, the official What's More Metal recommendation.
Yeah.
When you're sad, fuck a stranger.
That fucking works.
Don't reach for that antidepressant.
Nope.
Reach for somebody at the bar. Do we have another what's rather line?
Another topic? Yeah, let's go with most metal Chinese food dish.
Ooh.
I went first last time, so Nariko gets to go first this time.
Chinese food dish. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, I got two choices. I'm just gonna say their mustard.
Chinese hot mustard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
fucked up. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I had it, I was like, "What the fuck?" like hot steam coming out of my nostrils and shit. I'm like, "What? Why? How? Hot in an impossible way, like that. Nothing else is hot."
Yeah, nothing else is hot like. Well, that's not true. Wasabi is a little bit like that, and so is horseradish.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's like a specific kind of hot that will. It doesn't matter. Like I can handle hot food. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
try this. My buddy Mike and I used to, when we had colds or whatever, we'd go down to this this Chinese restaurant in Bend and get just like 2 orders of the barbecue pork and like a ton of extra mustard and just scoop it up by the, like basically make a pork spoon and eat it and then just have that shit just come out of your nose and mouth just to fucking blow the cold out of your head.
Yeah.
It actually worked. It worked once. It wasn't. It worked once. We did it all the time, but one time actually it did kind of fucking cure the germs. Were like, I'm not fucking in it for this. This is too hard, dude.
Yeah.
Too much. We're out.
Yeah, they go asymmetrical with the spice. The Chinese food, man, like the Chinese hot mustard, and then the Szechuan green peppercorns are also like. They're spicy like a nettle is spicy to your skin. Like it's like it's like more of a stinging sensation.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they really go asymmetric with the spice, and I love them both. So yeah, I'm just gonna say Chinese hot mustard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with 1,000-year egg. Because it's a thing that you shouldn't eat, but it's still considered food, and they let you eat it. It's an egg that has been aged for so long. It's the flesh of it's turned black and the yolk is bright orange. It tastes like death. Like it is a completely unacceptable flavor. I have no idea why they ever thought that was actually food.
Yeah.
I've had it, and I will never have it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd have to go with 1,000-year egg. 1,000-year-old egg.
Is a great choice. I'm just gonna see if I can spell this. But yeah, I was gonna say because my backup, if I had one, would be like, cause I was thinking like, my go-to order is always just like Kung Pao chicken because it's spicy, it's chicken, and it's got peanuts in it, so it'll kill 10% of kids. That's kind of cool. Right. But now that you said that, I'm gonna have to say stinky tofu, like shidofu. And when I was in China, it's fucking the stinky tofu carts are fucked up, like so fucked up. Like you can smell them blocks away. And it's like, and it just smells like a hot porta potty. Like it's like the most gnarly smell. And there was parts of this area in China we were in where there was a big food cart, like open air market thing. It was really awesome. But they had like these open sewer grates. So like where people shit and piss would just kind of come down through this little shallow like trough that was underneath the street. And it was like with grates and stuff. It was impossible to tell the difference between one of those grates and when you were close to a Chidofu cart. It was so fucked. I was just like, oh my god, is that the shit? No, that's just human shit. Like, so that's fucking. I didn't have it because I'm not brave enough with this because it didn't pass the smell test. Then I'm like, no, thank you. But yeah, so that's a fucking gnarly one. That's one of those cultural. Like cultural food items where it's like you gotta be hardcore. You gotta be hardcore to be fucking with a 1,000-year egg or stinky tofu.
You had to grow up with it to,
exactly.
to be able to tolerate it. But I think that's the show, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a Patreon listener, Patreon member, part of the Pantheon, at the end of this show, in about 15 minutes after this is over, we're going to kick off a Netflix watch party of Jason X.
Yeah.
Which is not the sequel to Malcolm X like I thought it would be, but instead the 10th episode of the Friday the 13th franchise. Nariko and I will be talking shit about it the entire time. We're doing it because we tried to do Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, which when you put all those words together sound like it would be a great fucking movie. And it was so fucking boring that neither of us could actually make it funny. Like, it was so bad. We hated it, and we're never fucking releasing any of that recording.
Somehow more boring than the Da Vinci Code.
Yes.
How?
I don't know how they did it. Nicolas Cage did have a magnificent Nicolas Cage-like performance, and it was not enough to pull that fucking shitty movie out of the sewer.
No.
So we decided from now on we're going to do it on Friday nights so that we can be, instead of Sunday afternoon, which probably was also part of why it was tough. That might have made it. It might have made a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it after probably the first show of the month, the first Friday of the month.
Yeah.
And then so we'll be properly lubricated to talk shit about a movie. Mm-hmm. Let's see. We have merch to buy if you want it. You can send us proof that you gave $25 to a Black Lives Matter fund, and we'll just send you a bunch of different shit, the dye and T-shirts and stickers and all of that stuff. I I have a few shows coming up this next week. Tomorrow, I will be at the Sanctuary Sex Club doing a show called Laphrodisiac. On Monday, I will be doing a show at the Garages in Beaverton, which, FYI, the owner of that place fucking hates me. And it's going to be real weird to do that show, to be perfectly honest. I'm like, when does he start trying to play me off stage? That's really the thing. And am I going to leave? The answer to that, the second question is no, I'm not. And then I'm at Helium hosting for Moses Storm Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And if you haven't seen Moses, you should go do it. They probably opened up a bunch more tickets because Multnomah County is now in moderate threat instead of extreme, so they can seat half the venue, I believe. And they can be at half capacity. So if you get a chance to see Moses, you should, because it'll probably be the last time you can do that in a comedy club instead of a fucking theater,
massive theater,
like Rev Hall.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's one of the funniest dudes working. He's so great. What else? You got anything, anybody else?
No.
If you are joining us for the watch party, hang out here. I will have the Zoom link. And so actually, we're going to be doing this one for everybody, just as a kind of, welcome in. And then from now on, if you guys want to do this with us every first Friday after the show, join our Patreon, and you can hang out with us on your Friday night. Yeah.
I mean, you've been here till 10, so you might as well just stick it out till fucking midnight. Let's do it.
Right. So I will have that link once we're done. Hang out in the Twitch, and I will get you guys the shit.
Okay. God, what else?
Cool.
I think I feel like I'm missing something at this point.
I don't think so.
But to be honest with you, the mushrooms have kicked in, and I don't really know. I don't know what's going on anymore. So I'm really looking forward to Jason. That's what I'm looking forward to at this point.
Yes.
So until next week. Oh, and because I will be at Helium, I will not be on the show next Friday. Instead, super sub Whitney Street will be joining the gang again.
Dope.
Yeah.
So look forward to that because they're fucking great. They're super
Yes.
good at all of the things. So until next time, thank you for listening. Hail Satan and fuck pigs.
One